Welcome to the Englishstorywell channel, your ultimate destination for captivating stories that enhance your English learning journey. Here, we believe that stories are not just a form of entertainment, but a powerful tool to improve your language skills. Let's go to started.
Sarah had always dreamed of traveling the world. Growing up in a small town in Italy, she often found herself daydreaming about visiting far-off places and experiencing different cultures. Now, her dream was finally coming true. She had saved enough money to travel to New York City for a 2-week vacation. Sarah knew that traveling to a country where English was the primary language would be a great opportunity to improve her English listening and speaking skills. She had studied English in school but had never had the chance to use it in real-life situations. She was both excited and a little nervous about the upcoming adventure. Chapter 2. Arriving at the airport. Sarah's journey began at the Leonardo da Vinci Fiumicino Airport in Rome. She arrived early in the morning, carrying her suitcase and a backpack. The airport was bustling with travelers, each with their own destinations and stories. As Sarah approached the check-in counter, she reminded herself to stay calm and use her English. She took a deep breath and stepped forward. "Good morning. I'm here to check in for my flight to New York," Sarah said to the friendly airline agent behind the counter. "Good morning. Can I see your passport and ticket, please?" The agent replied with a smile. Sarah handed over her passport and electronic ticket. The agent quickly checked her information and printed her boarding pass. "Here you go, Mississippi. Your flight is departing from Gate 12. Boarding starts at 10 a.m. Have a great trip," the agent said, handing her the boarding pass. "Thank you very much," Sarah replied, feeling a sense of accomplishment. She had successfully navigated her first English conversation at the airport. Chapter 3. Security Checkpoint. Next, Sarah headed to the security checkpoint. She had heard that this part of the airport process could be stressful, but she was determined to stay calm and follow the instructions. As she approached the security area, she saw signs indicating what needed to be done. Remove shoes, belts, and any electronic devices from her bag. She carefully placed her belongings in the trays provided and stepped through the metal detector. "Please step to the side for a moment," a security officer said. Sarah's heart raced for a moment, but she nodded and followed the officer's instructions. The officer quickly checked her bag and waved her through. "All set. Have a safe flight," the officer said. "Thank you," Sarah replied, relieved that the security check had gone smoothly. Chapter 4. Finding the gate. With her boarding pass in hand, Sarah made her way through the airport, following the signs to Gate 12. She marveled at the variety of shops, restaurants, and lounges along the way. It was like a mini-city within the airport. As she walked, she overheard various conversations in different languages. It was a reminder of the diversity of travelers and the common goal of reaching their destinations. Finally, she arrived at Gate 12. She found a seat near the window and took a moment to relax and review her travel documents. She still had some time before boarding, so she decided to grab a coffee from a nearby cafe. Chapter 5. Ordering coffee. Sarah approached the cafe counter and was greeted by a barista. "Hello. What can I get for you today?" the barista asked. Sarah glanced at the menu and decided to order a cappuccino. "Hi, can I have a medium cappuccino, please?" she said. "Of course. That will be $4.50, the barista replied. Sarah handed over the money and waited for her coffee. As she waited, she overheard a conversation between two travelers discussing their plans for New York. She listened intently, trying to pick up new vocabulary and phrases. "Here's your cappuccino," Enjoy, the barista said, handing her the cup. Thank you, Sarah replied, taking her coffee and returning to her seat at the gate. Chapter 6. Boarding the plane. Soon, the announcement for boarding was made. Sarah gathered her belongings and joined the line of passengers. As she approached the gate agent, she handed over her boarding pass and passport. Enjoy your flight, the gate agent said, returning her documents. Thank you, Sarah replied, feeling a mix of excitement and nervousness as she walked down the jet bridge and boarded the plane. She found her seat, stowed her carry-on bag in the overhead compartment, and settled into her window seat. As the plane began to fill with passengers, Sarah took a deep breath and reminded herself to enjoy the journey. Chapter 7. In-flight experience. Once the plane took off, Sarah relaxed and looked out the window at the clouds below. She decided to take advantage of the in-flight entertainment system to practice her English. She selected a movie with English subtitles and focused on listening to the dialogue. A flight attendant came by with the beverage cart. Would you like something to drink? The flight attendant asked. Yes, please. Can I have some orange juice? Sarah replied, certainly. Here you go, the flight attendant said, handing her a cup of juice. Thank you, Sarah said, taking the cup and continuing to watch her movie. During the flight, Sarah also reviewed her travel guide to New York. She made a list of places she wanted to visit and practiced pronouncing their names in English. She knew that being able to ask for directions and talk about these places would be useful once she arrived. Chapter 8. Arrival in New York. After a long flight, the plane finally landed at John F. Kennedy International Airport in New York. Sarah felt a surge of excitement as she gathered her belongings and prepared to disembark. As she walked through the terminal, she followed the signs to the immigration area. The line was long, and she used the time to review the information in her passport and visa documents. When it was her turn, she approached the immigration officer. Welcome to the United States. Can I see your passport and visa, please? The officer asked. Yes, here they are, Sarah replied, handing over the documents. The officer reviewed her information and asked a few routine questions. What is the purpose of your visit? The officer inquired. I'm here for a vacation, Sarah answered. How long will you be staying? The officer continued. 2 weeks, Sarah replied. Enjoy your stay in New York, the officer said, stamping her passport and returning it to her. Thank you, Sarah said, feeling relieved to have cleared immigration. Chapter 9. Collecting luggage. Sarah made her way to the baggage claim area to collect her suitcase. She watched the conveyor belt, waiting for her bag to appear. While waiting, she observed the diverse group of travelers around her, each with their own stories and destinations. Finally, she spotted her suitcase and pulled it off the conveyor belt. With her luggage in tow, she followed the signs to the exit and headed towards the taxi stand. Chapter 10. Getting a taxi. Outside the terminal, Sarah joined the line for taxis. When it was her turn, she approached the taxi driver. Hello. Can you take me to the Manhattan Times Square Hotel, please? She asked. Sure, get in. How was your flight? The driver replied, helping her with her luggage. It was good, thank you, Sarah said as she settled into the back seat. The driver navigated through the busy streets of New York, and Sarah marveled at the city's skyline and bustling energy. She felt a sense of adventure and excitement about the days ahead. Chapter 11. Checking into the hotel. Upon arriving at the Manhattan Times Square Hotel, Sarah thanked the driver and entered the hotel lobby. She approached the front desk to check in. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Manhattan Times Square Hotel. Do you have a reservation? The receptionist asked. Yes, I do. It's under the name Sarah Rossi. Whether you're a beginner or an advanced learner, our carefully curated stories cater to all levels, making learning English enjoyable and effective. Join our community of language enthusiasts and let the magic of storytelling transform your learning experience. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest videos. Dive into English Story Well, where every story is a step towards mastering English.